I really wanted to do Sketchbook tour. The problem, I don't think people will watch it without voiceover. Why do I think that? Because unless the Sketchbook tour is only 1 minute long, without voiceover, I won't watch it. Except for some exemptions. I don't think my sketchbook is that grandiose for people to watch it without any voiceover. So here I am, trying to voice a 10-minute sketchbook tour with coloring booklet book creation. My sketchbook, as most of my drawings, started with the thought, what is the least amount of effort I can put to create something? If you have seen my comics, then you probably know the answer. I could just draw shapes. Square, rectangle, triangle, circle. I didn't want to do that. That was too simple for what I desired. I desired to make characters with limbs that looked like they could function. This sketchbook I bought in a bookstore. When I saw it, I thought it was perfect medium for my creative expression. I started the sketchbook by drawing with magic pen and keeping in mind simple creatures with limbs. Another idea that was haunting me was puzzles. I'm not a fan of puzzles, but I really enjoyed the idea of assembling my characters like puzzles, putting them nicely together in a nice box called pages. What a wonderful dream it was. Since I don't usually draw characters like that, the beginning wasn't as nice as I wished. I did put a lot of effort, and I thought that lines looked straight. All drawings in the sketchbook are drawn freehand without a ruler. When I changed my magic pen to a marker, I felt like my artwork improved quite a lot. The fact that my lines weren't completely straight wasn't as visible, and characters popped more. It was wonderful. Level up 1. Change of the creative device still kept my mind in the improvement process. I thought maybe changing, improving clothes would make my sketches more interesting. Wasn't it? Maybe drawing more characters. Wasn't it? Drawing characters that I liked in clothes that I liked. That was the sauce. That was the thing that helped me concentrate on creating my puzzle-like drawings. When I went outside and was still obsessed with the idea of drawing these creatures, one of my friends saw the drawings and thought that they would like to color them. I really enjoyed the idea, so I said I could give them prints. In my head, I quietly held an idea. I could create a coloring book. Who can stop me? So I continued drawing my drawings with hope that when I finish them, I'll have enough strength to create the ultimate masterpiece, a coloring book. Idea? Magical. Creation? Complicated. First problem. I needed to select my favorite drawings and put them together to create the book. I liked a lot of drawings, but I pulled myself together and chose 14 double pages and 2 single-page drawings. That is the fourth of the sketchbook, but I still wanted to choose more. Second problem, I needed to scan them all. It took some time, but I did it. Third problem, need to edit them. To edit them, I used Clip Studio Paint. And since every picture was different, I couldn't use the same selection. How tragic. That took more time than I expected. The scanning. The scanning took more time than I expected. Fourth problem, arranging. Thanks to all my imaginary supporters and my previous experiences, I wanted to make them into zine format, which is a booklet that can be made from 1 page of paper. Wonderful! The fact that I had 4 pages, which is 2 pages from both sides, didn't bother me. Not my problem. At least in the moment it wasn't. 5th problem. Test print. I hadn't changed colors yet. Lines weren't not as bright as I wished, so I changed clip settings to all images one at a time to gray. And it solved some problems and created others. On the darker pieces of paper I needed to change saturation and illumination to get the darks stand out. Later I needed to fix them on all pages, not just the dark pages, because the lines were glitching. And there were artifacts on the pages which I didn't like and I didn't want to fix manually. Fixing illumination and saturation helped that. Fortunately, with those problems, I succeeded. Another thing that was a problem was positioning. I needed to fit all my imaginary pages on A3 size paper. Those things on which I drew the sketchbook is A6 paper. One double page is A5. In one A3 paper fits 4 A5 pages. Which is wonderful. I really enjoy that. But putting them together and trying to understand how was another thing. Should I put them closer to the ends of pages? Should I put them closer to the middle? When I was testing, I found out that I should put them closer to the edges of paper so I could, when I fold them, it wouldn't interact with any coloring. It took me 6-7 tries to finally come to a positioning and coloring of lines that was bringing me joy, that I felt like I could color. I later printed them out. I later all the pages printed out in the printing shop and created 7 copies. 3 for me, myself, and I, and 4 to gift for my friends. With miracles and help of me, myself, and I finally achieved my goal and created the coloring book I wanted. And it all started with the idea that I want to create creatures, draw creatures with limbs. Thank you so much to everyone who listened to me, who enjoyed my creation and my sketchbook. Thank you. Good luck, have fun, survive, and bye-bye.